up, guys? Welcome back to Samantha's 140 by 40. I am Samantha and I am here trying to get to my goal weight of 140 pounds by my 40th birthday. That is going to be December 30th, guys. And before we jump into things, if you have already subscribed to the channel, welcome back, welcome back. And if you're new to the channel, go ahead and hit that subscribe button down below and make sure that you're ringing the notification bell, because I'm here each week on my weight loss journey and development and personal growth, that kind of thing. So if you're into that kind of content, this is the place to be. I am currently on Wegovy and I'm at the 1.7 milligram dose, which is the blue one. I take my shot each week, and so we're not gonna delay. We're gonna go ahead and get right into it. And we count to 3. We try not to freak out, but we do it anyway. And ouch, that hurt a little bit that time. And ouch, I felt that one that time, y'all. Last week I was 248.7 pounds. Today I am 248.5 pounds, okay? And you know my body composition scale is a pound off. So on my body composition scale, I'm 249.4, and I hate that thing. But when I look at the numbers for the month in regards to weight loss, BMI, all of that, everything is down. My muscle mass is gone up, so I'm happy about that. Water weight is a little bit higher today. Skeletal muscle mass has gone up, but my fat-free body mass, all of those kinds of things are going down. So that's why I love the body composition scale, because even though it shows a higher weight on the scale, it does give you a drill down into exactly what factors are causing a difference in the scales. My regular scale, which is the lower weight, which I like to see, and then the body composition scale with all of the details. I am 248 today. My goal weight is 140 pounds. That being said, I am 108 pounds away from my goal weight, and I have just about 6 full months to get there. So if we break that down, realistically, if I'm losing about 2 pounds a week, which is what they say you can expect to lose with the GLP-1 medication each week, that gives me about 48 pounds between now and here. So if I'm looking at it at just a numbers game, right, then more likely than not, I won't make my goal. But this is the thing, I am determined. 108 pounds, I feel like if I really buckle down, if I'm doing the 2-a-day workouts, then I will absolutely, with the help of the Wegovy, whenever it decides to really kick it into gear, I'll make it to that point. We have 199 days, 6 months. I can do this. I really do think it is realistic. I know it sounds crazy to think, but this is the fact. I think I can do it. And I did a small experiment this past week. Remember I was saying I couldn't tell whether the dosing increase had helped me lose the weight or whether my diet and exercise helped me lose the weight. So this past week I did not exercise, not one day. All I did was ate the way I normally eat. And as you can see, I have not gained any weight, and I only lost like a half a pound, not even a full pound this week. So I am going to say, based on that information, that the weight loss that I've experienced so far has been a result of diet and exercise more so than the Wegovy. So even though I'm at the 1.7 dosing, I'm gonna say that this dose is still not effective yet in really helping me to see the weight loss that I desire, because you can totally lose 2 pounds a week with diet and exercise alone, right? So having said that, I'm going to continue taking the medication and titrating up, I think that's the right word, up the dosing scale until I find the dose that really is truly working for me, right? I did have 2 really exciting meetings today. Of course, I met with my dietitian this week, but I also started the fitness accountability group. If you're new to the channel, I'm doing the Wegovy through sequence, which is a weight loss, medical weight loss community, I guess is the best way to describe it. It comes with a monthly fee of $99, and with that you have access not just to the medicated weight loss, but you also have access to fitness planners, you have access to dietitians and things of that nature. And so with that being said, my dietitian, I talked to her about my frustrations regarding not knowing what to eat, not knowing how to eat, and just being burnt out on diet foods and meal prepping, meal planning altogether. And one of the things I took notes of, because that's the kind of girl I am. So one of the things that she said was Google like restaurant menus that I really like and look for dupes and ways to create those menu items in a more calorically friendly type of way. And then she also talked about fiber, because that's a concern I have, because this past week I've also had a little constipation and bloating. And so one of the things she said is that if I'm having a fruit every day with breakfast and a veggie with both lunch and dinner, that should help kind of stave off the constipation. We'll see how that works moving forward. I don't usually eat a full breakfast, but when I do have breakfast, I'll make sure to have a fruit or start having a fruit in the morning in place of what would normally be breakfast or a shake or something like that. With lunch, you guys, okay, if you saw, I meal prepped based on AI suggestion for a delicious air fry recipe for picky eaters. And so I don't think that AI is the wave of the future that people are making it out to be. If the best recipe it could come up was lemon chicken and Brussels sprouts, okay friends? So I will put here, I made the lemon chicken. First of all, it did not look delicious, it did not look super seasoned, it did not look special at all. And then it couldn't even be bothered to give me an actual recipe for the Brussels sprouts. And so ChatGPT, people talk about it all the time. It's on all my algorithms for whatever reason. It must have known that I'm sick of trying to figure out what to eat. And what to me, the recipe was fine. If I was rating it on a scale from 1 to 10, I would give it like a 5. It was just meh. Nothing special. My own personal, letting the ancestors lead you lemon chicken is way better, but it also probably has too much of this or too much of that. I don't even know at this point. But yeah, 5 out of 10. It was just not special at all. The Brussels sprouts, fine. So we'll see if I can get something better. Here's a picture of what the meal actually ended up looking like. The only difference I did was the original recipe called for chicken thighs, but my dietitian recommended to stay away from the more fattier cuts of meat. So instead of doing chicken thighs, I did chicken breast tenderloins, and that's what I had instead. So I will say, of course, it was juicy because the air fryer has that magic touch. So the chicken was juicy, and it wasn't that it wasn't flavorful, it wasn't special, right? With the fitness accountability group, I guess I didn't realize that this was a service that came with Sequence. So I was happy to stumble across it. And Justin, the guy who leads the group, gave these recommendations regarding exercise, because one of my concerns is I have joined Fitness Connection, and one of the draws to using them, of course, is that it comes with trainer access without an additional cost. Well, at my Fitness Connection, I signed up 700 times for the new orientation class so that I could learn how to use the different machines and figure out things from there. And every single time I've gone for the class, the trainer has been sick, not there, called in. There's been some reason why I did not get to do the new member orientation, right? And so that is unacceptable as far as I'm concerned. But at the same time, I have not been able to start. I guess I could just go in and wing it, but I get hurt so easily, I feel like, when I exercise now, and I really don't want to put myself in a position to where I'm injured and have to prolong any exercise. So for that reason, I hadn't ventured off right into the wild and tried to figure out things. But he mentioned breaking up sitting, and this is something I know in my mind to do, but I have not been actually doing it. So I work from home, and I can sit at my desk for a full shift outside of bathroom breaks and, like, you know, getting up for lunch and things like that, but without really mindfully moving around. And before I started going to the gym, I built a gym basically in my garage, and it's easy for me to every hour come down and walk for 10 or 15 minutes. And so that is something that I'm going to implement in my work day. Now I'm going to just set a timer to go off every hour, and I'm going to get up and mindfully walk. So whether I walk around the neighborhood once or twice, it's hot here in Houston right now, swamp butt Texas right now, so I probably ain't gonna be walking around the neighborhood at high noon, but just popping out to the garage, getting on the treadmill for a little bit, getting on the bike for a little bit, getting on the elliptical for a little bit, and getting moving. That is something I'm definitely going to incorporate. In addition to, I will be going back to the gym and working out now that I'm sure that it is my efforts that have helped me get down out of the 250s. Thank God. Y'all, I thought I was never going to get out of there. Another thing he said was, or one of the people in the accountability group, she said, I block out time for my exercise and I guard that time. And I was like, I block out time, but I'm not really, what's the word? I'm not super vigilant about making sure I actually get up, actually do the things, right? So some days if my alarm goes off and I need to get up at 5 so I can, you know, get myself up and go to the gym, some of those days I'm like, oh God, I don't. And then I'm lamenting that the whole day, being like, because I haven't exercised. And usually if I don't go first thing in the morning, I don't usually double back. And y'all know I talked about wanting to start those 2-a-days, and if I'm not even getting up for the 1-a-day, you know, the 2-a-days off the schedule. So I am going to be really accountable, and I don't care if every day I'm coming in with just a short video of making myself accountable of what I do each day, just posting it so that I can see for myself, okay, Samantha, you did it today, you did it today, you did it today. So I'm sorry in advance if I'm driving you crazy, but this is for my health, this is for my life, and this is my goal. And if I'm gonna lose 108 pounds in 6 months, this is what it's gonna take. It's gonna take some radical change in my life. So yeah. Oh, last thing. So I did decide I will be reading Atomic Habits by James Clear. Thank you so much for everybody who's expressed interest. If you're wanting to do the book club with me, go ahead and drop in the comments below. I'm in. And I think I want to give away 2 books just to, like, build a little excitement with y'all. So make sure that you're putting in the comments, I'm in. And at the end of this month, when I take my last shot, that's when I will choose who will get the 2 books, and I'll reach out to you guys. I'll use like a comments randomizer to pick who will get the 2 books. And yeah, if you haven't already subscribed, y'all, it's not too late to be great. Go ahead and hit that button down below, and I will catch you guys next week, hopefully down to 245, because we got to get it going.